Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Plus, and I'm here to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. As we all know, Cyberpunk dropped its Phantom Liberty update, and it actually dropped its 2.01 update as of recently. There are a huge slew of like amazing things that you can do in this update that are just it's magic. Some of you guys who know me, I've been sticking around and playing the Phantom Liberty stuff, and I've been enjoying it. It's been a bit of a slow brew playing it, but I've been enjoying it overall. Now there's like a different slew of like missions you can do for this guy named Mr. Hands. He ends up being one of the guys we meet right before we get the information that we need to go back to Solomon Reed. Now during this this whole thing, I've done a lot. I have beefed with a lot of the cops, the NCPD over in Dogtown, or I think those are cops. I've been beefing with some of the people over in Dogtown as far as just like the gangs and shit, because it's fun overall, you know, and I've been having a good time. Something that I've also been doing too is trying to optimize my game a lot. For some reason, Dogtown is just like super taxing and demanding, which is understanding based off of this picture alone, which is a picture that I'm looking at all the time. Even with that picture, that's just at a baseline 1080 60 FPS, and that is everything turned down. So they definitely brought the heat when it came to this game, because if that's everything turned down, that is just what I want my experience to be, you know, nothing crazy. When it comes down to the world of Cyberpunk 2077, things have been interesting for your boy Plus. I was first rocking the Sandevis stand for a while, but I didn't really fuck with it. Like, a part of me didn't, like, I like the Sandevis stand, don't get me wrong, but like a part of me was kind of like leaning against it. I went back and watched Edge Runners during like while I was playing this and stuff, and I'm just like, the Sandevis stand's cool and stuff, but I just feel like there's so many more things that they have in the game that could be just like overall more beneficial. Like, something that I'm noticing that's being very apparent in this DLC specifically is Sandevis Sand doesn't really seem to be too effective as far as like being tactical and trying to do things the Solomon Reed way, and trying to, because every time I talk to this motherfucker, he's like, we can do this in and out very quick, we just gotta be quiet. And you know me and all my videos, I like going off. I like going straight ahead, you know, knocking niggas heads off, knocking people's heads off. Like, I like going like absolutely all in. That is my Cyberpunk experience. I'm more that blaze of glory kind of, you know, person when I play these games, but I understand some people are more stealthy. I've been trying to take more of a stealthier approach to the game, trying to, I guess you can say, change my palette, but that's what I've been doing, because I've been trying to take different routes whenever we were doing the actual series all those years ago, and now look at us. I'm actually trying to like do things a little differently, getting you guys some solid gameplay here, you know. Listen, I'll just say this, from everything that I'm seeing from the experience over on console, things seem to be looking good so far. I did see a couple of glitches and bugs when it comes to the PS5 you know, side of things, with the whole save corrupt issue that we didn't really get to touch on too much here on the channel, but that issue seemed to be fixed as of update 2.01, which is, as of now, that's the update that is currently active that I'm playing. Before, this whole video was supposed to be dropped during the regular 2.0, you know, DLC, and I was supposed to make a bunch of 2.0 videos, but I haven't got a chance to. But something that I can say is that my game time with this DLC has gone up immensely. I can definitely say that I would argue that I have played most of my experience outside of the actual main game. Like, I actually really enjoy doing the missions for Mr. Hands, which is one of the baseline things you have to do in order to move on, which I do like that they added that. They made you kind of have to explore Dogtown and get to know these different people. Like, there was one mission where one of these guys were like traders or something from the organization they were working for, and I had to help like escort them out of Dogtown, which, with this whole 2.01 DLC being around, I am noticing that my actual Cyberpunk experience is like clean as fuck, but then like right when you get to Dogtown is where it's like the most gritty, the most disgusting, like things like that, you know. I did like about the guy, one of the guys I was in the mission with, the L captain. He has these missions going around on these new points that pop up all around Night City, where they're just like little tire wheels, what they look like, and you take the vehicles for them and you bring them back, and sometimes you'll come upon like gang members and stuff. That was something that I noticed going into the mission. Mind you, the guy I was talking about earlier, his name was Paco, and we actually went back and like revisited him and shit, and it was nice. I mean, it was kind of dumb that he ended up working for the opposite people, because I'm pretty sure the person that he was with was like one of his best friends and shit, and she ended up staying in Dogtown. He ended up going to Night City. He ended up making his whole new life for himself and shit, and he literally goes and he's like a part of a team now. What are they called? The Scavs. Yeah, dude, that is like, those are the main guys who are around in Dogtown, which I've been going to a lot of Scav bases, just like trying to kill them and shit, and I'm just having fun. Like, when it comes to this whole DLC, I know I probably haven't got the most videos out. Right now, I would say that I'm pretty done with the overall interlude thing. The last thing that I remember playing was I was sitting down talking to Myers and Solomon Reed. Right when I had walked into the bar to go meet up with Solomon Reed, like, I fainted and passed out because my relic's fucking up and shit, which I'm happy that that's continuing to be a main point in this season. It's not one of those things where it's like, that's something that we just kind of put down. We put down the fact that we're basically dying here, and we're working on this. I do like that same core feature, the same thing that's really the reason why the game is, you know, the main story is the main story. I like that that's continuing to be a play over in, you know, the DLC, which obviously being that that's the reason, because that's the only reason why we're even helping these guys, even though I would help just because of the experience and stuff. But later in this, Reed ended up explaining his whole thing to us. Everything that we seen in the cinematic trailer on our viewing experience, we end up seeing in the DLC. He goes and he explains to us like what happened between him and Myers and the whole relationship with that. And you know, this isn't a review channel or anything, but this is just my personal opinion. I wouldn't be working with these motherfuckers. Like, that's me. I would not work with them just because, like, I don't, you don't know if you can trust them. I get at the end of the day, what's this lady's name? We haven't seen her. We've been looking for her. So-Me, whatever her name is, the girl that screwed over Solomon Reed. I understand that she holds some type of place in his heart. Maybe they'll explain more why they're so close, and maybe they're just close friends. But he's going out of his way to bring himself out of retirement for, you know, for Myers and shit. And it's not given to, you know, for me and shit. But I do like how they went from calling her Myers to Alex now. Like, that's what pops up as her thing, because like she's trying to go like completely on the grid and shit. So right now, at the point that I'm in, is we are going to be on the mission called Get It Together. And basically, I wasn't really reading much, but I wasn't paying attention too much when this cutscene was happening. Like, I don't know why, but I wasn't. But basically, we got all the information that we needed from Mr. Hands, and we brought him over to Solomon and Alex and shit. And that was kind of the core of what we needed to do. I would say that was like the preload to us getting back to like the main story. Like, that was like the little section that we do side quests and shit, and I wanted to get that done on my own free time. I didn't really want to do a lot of that in person and for like each video. Like, those Mr. Hand side quests could have been like 5 videos, but I was like, I didn't want to do that because so many people are running through this series, and obviously so I can't blame them. Like, it's a good series, 1 and 2. I mean, I don't expect people not to. It's one of those things, you know. But I'm enjoying Cyberpunk. I'm enjoying the baseline experience. I'm pretty sure next time that I get to you guys with a Cyberpunk video, it's gonna be over on you know, when we're actually playing it, a live gameplay where we do the this next mission coming up, where we have to basically, you know, take over this building and try to find the girl that we're looking for and shit. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I know the videos have been very slow. The last Cyberpunk video I got to you guys with was 10 days ago, which just sounds and feels kind of crazy saying that out loud, but yeah, we're back. It's been a little slow all around when it comes to content. I can't even just say it's because of my other channel. A big part of it was, but now we should just be getting back to normal. Content has been a little slow because I've been kind of contemplating on if I want to do Cyberpunk things or if I want to do COD things, because I know the Modern Warfare 3 beta is out right now, but I'm not going that PS4 route again. I've done that every year, and I can't do it to myself again. So I'm just gonna wait for the beta to drop on PC and then play it on PC like a normal cat. But yeah, love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cyberpunk's looking up, of course, like it has been, and yeah.